Good evening, everybody. SPY looks like it's trying to pull back a little bit. It's been chopping the last few trading days, guys. This is coming off of a really nice rally. We had a low last Wednesday of 493.5, and then Thursday and then Friday we went all the way up to 510.13. That's a really nice rally. Reasonable to pull back a bit because that move did put us back in overbought territory as far as the RSI is concerned here. Now the bearish pattern that I saw on a smaller time frame, guys, you guys see all this bounce we had off that 507 level that I was watching. That was the neckline. We got the left shoulder, right shoulder. You know, I mentioned if SPY can clear 508.5, then maybe we'd be bullish. That would, invalidate the potential head and shoulder, right shoulder here. But it looks like they failed to do it during the trading hour. We actually got rejection from there. And that rejection led to another bounce off the 507 level. But this time, it was a dead cat bounce that led to more downside. So because of this setup, I am going to stay bearish on the SPY as long as below 507. And I would switch back to bullish if 507 recaptured. To be more safe, we did get some selling pressure intraday around that 507.4-ish level. So 507 to 507.4 would be the resistance zone. If that zone gets recaptured, I'd be bullish, favoring 508.5, 510, and possibly all the way up to 511 be tested again, okay? But it's got to get above 507 to the 507.4 zone. All right, as long as below, I would stay bearish. 505, 503 would be in play. And then the test of this trend line would once again be around 501-ish. Okay, so a breakdown of that trend line would be very bearish. Once again, 498.9 is the fib level. And if that is those two levels lost, 501 and 498.9, it would be extremely, extremely bearish if we could get a deeper pullback. All right, so that's the plan for SPY. All right, 507 to the 507.4 zone is the equilibrium zone. Above it, get bullish. Below it, stay bearish. Triple Q still in backtest mode of that 435.4's level, and then this trend line backtest would be around 434ish. Still above it. So, we did have this big rally, guys. So the trend phase comes a chop phase, okay? It's gotta consolidate for that next leg. Will it continue up or down? Watch the levels. Below 435.4 and 434, I would be bearish. Overall, above those two levels, I would be bullish with 437, 439 as the next resistance level. If those levels clear, 440.5 would be in play, and then new all-time highs to the upside would be in play. Okay, does that make sense, guys? NVDA is also in chop mode. All right, it's also in chop mode. We had a very, very big rally last week, guys. You guys can see that. So now it's in chop mode. Once again, support. I think I have some new levels here. Support is at 787.8, 785. 780 and 778. Please add these levels to your chart. If these levels fail, look to short. Now to be bullish, it's around 788.8 right now. I got resistant at 791, 797. Well, not 797. 791, 793, 795, 796.5, and 798 with 800 above that. Those levels cleared, then I would be bullish, favoring a test of 806.5 and 811.8. All right, those are fib levels. Well, the 811.8 is 806.5. This is another pivot level, previous pivot level, supply zone. Okay, those levels got to clear to cancel the selling pressure and to put new all-time highs back in play. 824, 823.9 was the previous pivot high. Okay, but overall, it's got to get above those resistance levels that I mentioned. Let's see. Tesla, it's bouncing once again, guys. Let's see if it can show follow through this time. That's a big body green candle there. Follow through would be the clear 200. 202 and 203.7. We can round it up to 204, okay? Those are the levels that must clear if it wants some bullish follow through. Otherwise, supports at 198, 196, 194, and the critical fib level at 192.7. Gotta break those back down. Right now, it's running off of a false breakdown setup, guys. Off that 192.7, we recaptured it. Gave us a nice, beautiful bounce to the upside, all right? So those are the levels that must clear for more upside. If not, and we drop back below 192.7, we are likely heading down a lot lower because that cancels the false breakdown setup. All right, guys, IWM here. Overall bullish above 199. It closed at 201.15, a small close above my 201 level. If it wants to show follow through, it's going to have to clear 203 and 205. That'll trigger more upside. Now, to be bearish, it's got to drop below 201 and 199. Those levels fail, look to short. We are likely dropping back to the downside. All right, 195.5, possibly all the way down to 193-ish. Apple showing some follow through after we had that false breakout setup of the 200 daily moving average. You can see on the Thursday's candle, we recaptured our that 200 daily moving average. Next day, we broke back below. That's a false recapture, or in this context, is a false breakout. Definitely showing follow through. Okay, now there is support around 180.5-ish, and there is that critical buy zone around 180. So 180 to 180.5 is the buy zone. Bears gotta break this zone down to show even more follow through and trigger a move to the downside. Otherwise, watch for resistance 182, and the 200 daily moving average is at 183.7. I would round it to 184. All right, 182 and 184 must recapture to be bullish. Put in 185, 186.3, and 188 plus back in play. Okay, here is AMD. Got a little inside daily candle setup here. Supports at 174.5 and 172.5. If those levels break down, look to short, we are likely dropping maybe down to 164 to fill in the gap. All right, resistant, where is it close at? 175.6. So resistant is at 176, 178, and 180. Those levels clear. Could get a pop back up to the 184 or higher level, maybe new all-time highs. Okay, watch the levels. Amazon stalling a little bit after a decent pop, stalling a little bit. Support is at 173.5-ish. If that level failed, we could get a pullback down to this fib level at 171.5, and then there's the gap all the way down to 169. All right, those levels failed, look to short below 169. We could get another test of 165.7. That level held twice. Can it hold a third time? I have doubts, but just react unbiasedly. Okay, that's the bear case scenario. Bull case scenario, it's gonna have to break back to the upside 176 to put new all-time highs in play, possibly all the way up to 179. That's a fib level. Netflix has an inside candle setup here. Resistance is 592.5. If that level clears bullish, we could pop up to 597, maybe to 600. Okay, support is at 579.8. all right, that level fails, we could drop down lower, maybe all the way back down to 571 or lower. Okay, anything between 592.4 and 579.8 is chop. Yes, that is a big range, but hey, it's Netflix. Meta, 478.6 is support. All right, if that level must fail to trigger more downside, maybe down to 476 to the 475 zone for the gap fill. I have a fib level of 473 and one at 469, but it's got to break down 478.6 to be bearish. Support, resistance is at 480 and 482. Those levels must clear to put 484, 486, possibly all the way up to 490 and 494 back in play. Okay, guys. Google, wow, some amazing profit taken today. Broke down that 142.3 fib level, dropping all the way down to 138.7. That's amazing. If we break down 138 to the 137.5 zone, that's the next support zone, we could drop a lot lower down to 134.8, 132, and 129.4. To cancel this bearishness, 141 and 142.3 must recapture to put 144, 146, and 147.3 back in play. All right, Microsoft, as long as below 411.8, I am short-term bearish. Okay, possible target is 403, another test of this white trend line. If this white trend line breaks down below 403 to 402 zone, bears are in control. It's going to be bearish. This was a lower high. We could head down to a lower low, okay? The only way I would be bullish at this point is if 408, 410, and 411.8 all recaptured. And it must clear 416. That will be helpful to put new all-time highs back in play, okay? Here is SMCI. It's around 869. Holy moly, this stock is crazy. All right, this stock is crazy. Okay, I have support at 862 and all the way down at 839.7 and all the way down to 824. All right, any of those levels fail, look to short. We could get a big drop back down to 800 or even lower down to the 780-ish. All right, to be bullish, I need to see a pop back above a few levels. There's a critical level at 885. There's one at 876. Holy moly. And there's one at 860. Okay, so it's already above the 861. So next immediate resistant level is at 876. Those levels clear 885, 896, 900, and possible move up to 917-ish would be in play. Holy moly, SMCI is nuts. I thought NVDA was nuts. Here is the dark pool order. 505.96 is where most of the activity was at 1.93 billion. That's the 507.89 one, 1.3 billion. And then the 505.96 one was 1.4 billion. Okay, so those are the two levels that dark pool had. Now let's take a look at the flows. Don't tell me this thing's crashing already. All right, here's SPY. I'm trying not to go too fast. All right, it's bearish. QQQ is bullish. IWM is bullish. NVDA is bullish. Tesla is bullish. IWM is bullish. Apple is bullish. A lot of bullishness. Why am I looking at the Amazon right now? Amazon is bullish. Netflix is bullish. Oh, Meta's bearish. Google's bearish. Google with the L is bearish. Microsoft is bullish. SMCI is bullish. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found value in this video. That's all I have for you guys today. If you want more service or content from Uncle Charters, please consider joining my Discord. I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, peace.